Hey yo, it's Emmy, your friendly neighborhood yogi. Let's get our smartwatches set to work out and come join me for this yoga session. If you've not subscribed yet, please take a pause and do so now. We're going to start in downward dog today. We'll shift forward into plank. Rotate onto the right arm. Steady yourself on both feet for a side plank. Extend the left arm overhead. Squeeze the glutes to stay grounded. Lift the side body. Rotate the top leg open. Inhale, chest to the sky. Come into a lunge. And let's pulse in that lunge. Just a couple times. You can do it. Squeezing our hips, pressing our pelvis towards the diaphragm, creating a squeeze internally and externally. Our midsection needs to rotate, needs to twist, needs to be squeezed to release toxic waste. So as we're coming into this side plank on the opposite side, inhale, expand the rib cage. Exhale, squeeze the diaphragm, lift up in the pelvis. Bring the two muscles towards each other in your mind. This will help that happen inside your body. Coming back to a lunge on the opposite side. Stretch out that hip flexor and squeeze the hips to come into alignment. Squeeze both glutes. Even though we're pressing up with the right foot, our back leg is still grounding us. So we want to make sure our hips are square and squeezed. Pro tip, squeezing your glutes squares your hips. Enjoy the stretch here. Continue expanding the rib cage and squeezing the midsection. Take any subtle movements that your body is calling for. This is your time to shift and breathe into the most comfortable version of you. So feel into your tissues. As you inhale, imagine your breath is going straight to whatever tissues feel tight, tense. On your exhale, imagine you can release that tension or that tightness on command. It's okay if we don't immediately experience radical changes in our body. We just need to start the practice and stay consistent. The changes will come. Patience and persistence are two of the most powerful morals that we can achieve. Or at least strive for. In my life and in my practice, I am always seeking progress over perfection. I recognize that in this lifetime, I will likely not reach perfection, and that's okay. I wasn't meant to. However, there is so much progress that I can make each day as long as I stay persistent, passionate, practicing. Ashe. Once we come out of our pigeon pose twist, we may feel a large release in our hips and in our shoulders. We also may not. All of these options are okay. What we do want to notice is just sensation in the body. Where is it, and what is it telling me about that posture I was just in? Downward facing dog is one of the best all over body stretches there is. So enjoy your downward dog. Rotate the hips. Alternate bending the knees. Press the heels down. Shift forward into plank. And find that squeeze in the belly. It's almost like that sensation when we vomit and we can't control that upchuck of food or liquid or whatever is in our stomach. We want to hold that upchuck feeling in our belly. That way we know our core is fully engaged. Pelvis and diaphragm squeezing towards each other. To challenge our alignment, we can practice moving our legs, moving our hips, and keeping our shoulders and our back still. Is it possible? It's hard. It takes a lot of forethought, control. It takes a lot of engagement. And so if I'm just willy-nilly letting my arms and my toes hold my body in space and not engaging my core, it's extremely challenging. But once I've learned to engage my core is holding the majority of my weight in space. And so therefore my arms and my legs are simply auxiliary, which is their purpose, to aid my trunk, not support my trunk all the time. My trunk has its own ability to support its weight and to move with grace. As long as I am consistently feeding my body fresh oxygen, allowing that breath to expand my lungs, getting that breath throughout my entire body so that my blood is oxygenated and ready to handle whatever I ask it to do. There is a lot to be said for a simple forward fold. Stretching the hamstrings, stretching the glutes, stretching the low back, stretching the entire back line of fascia. Take your time here. Rolling up and down through the spine extends the spine, allows there to be more space between all of our vertebrae. Headstands are not required for a yoga practice. However, if you struggle with ADHD, brain fog, etc., practicing inversions, headstands included, can be exceedingly helpful for brain fog. Now, please be advised, if you have neck problems, headstands are probably not going to be recommended for you. But if you're struggling with getting freshly oxygenated blood up to the head, inversions are the practice for you. Thank you so much for tuning in and working out with me. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, that subscribe button is right down there. Like, what are you waiting for? It helps me out so much. It helps make sure that I can continue making these videos. So let's glow up together, friends. Click the subscribe button. Also tap the bell. Get all the notifications so you know every time I upload a new video. Hey, guess what? I love you, but you gotta love yourself.